Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be reacting to another Ray William Johnson video. His name is kind of like a tongue twister, Ray William Johnson. Maybe not, I don't know. But this video is huge alien abduction scam. So do you guys believe in aliens? I do actually, but yeah, I'm not gullible. I feel like a lot of people are gullible when it comes to aliens. So like if someone reports on something, I feel like they believe it right away. I don't know. I'm not that kind of person. I need more evidence to actually believe it. Like if there's a UFO, I'm like, is it really though? I don't know. But unless I personally experience something, I'm not gonna believe what I hear on the news. So yeah, I probably wouldn't fall for a scam. But yeah, I do believe in aliens. There has to be something else out there besides us on Earth. But anyway, let's see what the scam was and let's get into the video, and please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below.
One night in Arizona, it's late, and a logging crew, they're driving back to town after a day at work. And suddenly, boom, they see a super bright light in the sky shining down on them through the gaps in the trees. And the guys, they're all like, what the hell is that? So they drive closer to the source of the light and they stop.
What year is this?
It might be a flying saucer or something.
I know this is AI pictures and stuff, but the pictures are usually they're usually made from actual pictures that he uses to make the video. But yeah, everything, the way they look is giving maybe 80s, 70s, 80s.
And one of the guys, his name's Travis, he jumps out of the truck and he starts walking toward the light. And he stands under the saucer right in the spotlight. And suddenly, pow, another beam of light hits Travis and it sends him falling backwards, and he's knocked unconscious. And his coworkers, they're still in the truck and they panic and they're like, oh shit, and they speed away. Then
okay, good, because I thought it was gonna be like a scary movie when they just stand there and watch, waiting for something else to happen to them. Like, I would run. Like, if you've been taken already, I'm sorry, I'm gonna run.
Time later, Travis
sorry to my friends.
And he's lying on a raised table inside what appears to be a metallic room. And he notices he's surrounded by 3 creatures, aliens, and they're all looking down at him. And Travis freaks out and he jumps off the table and he grabs a cylinder object and he starts swinging it around, hoping that they'll back.
Oh, it's interrupted by an ad. I was gonna say something. So I was gonna say, I don't even think aliens look like this. Like, if aliens are real, like, I feel like this is just a made up image of what people would think aliens look like. Just like Santa Claus. Santa Claus ain't real, but we have a picture of what Santa Claus looks like. So, like, I feel like this is just a random image that we use for aliens, but it could be probably anything else besides that.
Back off, and they do. Then Travis leaves the room through an exit.
Why does he look like Pedro Pascal? Is that him?
And he eventually ends up in a different room, and there
okay, wow,
a
AI
different kind of alien. This one actually looks human. So this humanoid alien escorts him to a different structure with 3 more humanoid-looking aliens, and they lay him down on a table, and they place a breathing mask over his face, and he passes out. Sometime later, he wakes up, and he's lying on the highway in the middle of nowhere, about 30 miles from where he was abducted. And it felt like he had only been gone a few hours, but in reality, he had actually been gone 5 whole days. And he's confused, but he walks to the nearest...
Wait, did people kidnap him and he thinks they were aliens? Is this a prank?
Phone booth he can find, and he calls someone to come pick him up. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ray, an alien abduction story? Did this really happen? Well, to figure that out,
they didn't take his money to call.
So one night in
on the
Arizona,
payphone.
It's late, and a logging crew, they're driving back to town after work. And suddenly, boom, they all see a super bright light through the gaps in the trees. And Travis, he gets out, and pow, a beam of light hits him, and it sends him falling back.
What is this? Why are we repeating the same thing? What?
Backwards. And his coworkers in the truck, they panic and they speed away.
Y'all saw that? I didn't rewind. Look, it's been 2 minutes in. We gonna watch 2 more minutes of this?
And about 15 minutes later, the co-workers in the truck, they're like, damn it, we shouldn't have left him. We have to go back. So they go back, and it's really
Okay, so this is part 2 of the story.
dark, and they don't find anything. No Travis, no bright light in the sky, nothing. So what can they do? They alert the police. And police are like, so your friend got zapped by a bright light in the sky and now he's missing? Okay. So police go and...
Also, if I ever had an encounter with an alien, I don't think I'd tell anyone. Because, 1, they probably wouldn't believe me. And 2, I don't know. I feel like it would have too many questions that I don't want to answer. Like, I ain't got time for that.
they search the area and they don't find anything. And they start looking at these guys like they murdered Travis and are just making up this whole crazy story to cover it up. So then, police require all 6 of these co-workers to take a polygraph test, which it's now known that polygraph tests are like total pseudoscience bullshit, but this is all happening in 1975, so
How did I know? I said 70s or 80s. Dang, I'm good. But, yeah, I feel like lie detector tests aren't accurate, so... I feel like the more accurate thing is to get them drunk, because the truth comes out when you drink, because, so many people talk a lot when they drink, so it's easier for them to spill the beans. Just get them drunk. That's the more truth serum than lie detector test.
This time, police are still using them. So anyway, 6 of these guys take a polygraph, and they're asked about whether or not they murdered Travis, and 5 of them pass the test, and 1 of them actually doesn't. Then, a few days later, that's when Travis returns. He wakes up about 30 miles from where he was abducted, and he walks to a payphone, and he calls someone to pick him up. And from there, they take Travis to a hospital, and he's fine, he's not hurt. But of course,
Now he looks like that other actor. What's his name? Dang, I don't know his name. He was older with the white hair and a mustache.
Everyone wants to know what really happened to him. Did he really get abducted by a flying saucer or something? And so Travis starts telling his story, and the media is all over this news because it's fascinating and kind of crazy.
Oh, those are actual pictures. Let's see. Wait, is it? Yeah, I think so.
Fascinating and kind of crazy. And ultimately, he ends up taking 2
Pedro Pascal
polygraph tests himself. 1 he passes and 1 he fails because, again, it's total pseudoscience. Regardless, he's getting hit up by reporters. And the National Enquirer interviews him and his co-workers, and they pay them a few $1,000s each for their story. And this is actually a photo of them each.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is him. But dang, I didn't know people got paid for interviews.
Holding up a check that they got. And then that story comes out, and boom, now they're all semi-famous. And Travis, he seems to be all about it. Like, he's doing interviews, he goes on TV, he's speaking at UFO conventions, and he writes a whole-ass book about his experience. And eventually, that book gets turned into a movie called Fire in the Sky. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was a kid, that movie scared the shit out of me, for real.
Never seen it.
But anyway, after all that, after Travis's crazy experience in that UFO for 5 days, his story becomes the most famous alien abduction story in American history. Until 46 years after the abduction.
Okay, I was about to do the math, but he did it for me.
2021. And Travis, he's much older, but he's still out there, he's talking about this, he's still speaking at alien UFO conventions. He even goes on the Joe Rogan podcast and tells his story.
They came around the table and the 3 of them were coming towards me.
And bro hasn't changed his story at all, like he's still running with it. But then, one day, all that changes. Because one of his old co-workers...
Were his co-workers in on this prank? Like I said earlier, like, did they kidnap him and make him believe they were actually aliens? But were his coworkers the ones that did this to him?
This guy, Mike gets mad at Travis.
Oh.
Mike was the one who was driving the truck that night.
Why you mad?
Apparently, there's a remake of the movie Fire in the Sky in some stage of development. And Travis was allegedly trying to cut Mike out of this deal. And so Travis and Mike, they get into it.
Don't tell me. All these videos that he makes, someone dies. Don't tell me someone's gonna die. Not again.
and Mike gets mad, like really mad. So, after all these years of
But why are you trying to cut him out? Like, I don't understand. He's part of the story too. He drove the car. Like, I don't understand.
playing along with this alien UFO story, Mike goes on Facebook one day and he drops a bomb. He makes a post saying, "I, Michael Rogers, hereby give notice that I am no longer to be considered a witness to Travis's alien supposed abduction story."
Oh.
And then he later clarifies in a reply comment saying, "I don't believe Travis is an honest person, and therefore I want nothing to do with him." Not only that, at some point, Mike is on a phone call with a movie producer who's working on some other movie project
Okay, this movie producer looks like Joe Rogan.
about Travis's abduction, and on this call, Mike doesn't know he's being recorded, and he admits the whole thing was a hoax.
Because we were talking about creating a UFO hoax, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know how the UFO got there, okay? But I remember when I was driving the truck and he jumped out, it was all deliberate. It was all a staged thing, okay?
What you're saying is you and Travis together hoaxed this.
Yeah, I mean, Travis's brother Dwayne helped him.
Now, to be fair, later Mike tries to walk back that explanation, but unfortunately it's too late.
Oh.
He already admitted it was all fake on record.
Okay, so anybody got kidnapped like I thought? They just made up the whole story.
And so UFO nerds everywhere hear this news and they're like, "No, it can't be! We thought it was real!" So, how did these two unassuming logger guys from Arizona fake a whole ass UFO abduction? Well, they've never gone into detail about how they faked it, but here are some leading theories that I sort of like pieced together. So all of his life, Travis has always been sort of a UFO enthusiast. He talks openly about seeing flying saucers and about wanting to be abducted by aliens, and he's also apparently a known prankster and bullshitter. And one day, back
Dang,
in
he needs to get on TikTok because all these fake pranks on TikTok. He can make his money that way.
1975, he and Mike, they get an idea to pull off this UFO hoax and prank everyone, including some of the other co-workers who were in the truck. They allegedly weren't in on this. And the theory is that they had someone with a spotlight sitting up in a lookout tower. And lookout towers sit above the trees and they look like this, and when it's dark, you can't really see them. And there actually just happens to be a well-known lookout tower in that area that Travis was abducted in. And so anyway, they're driving home that night and they have another friend in the lookout tower shine the spotlight down on them in the truck. And they stop the truck and Travis gets out to investigate, while Mike, who's driving the truck, he pretends to freak out. And this freaks all the other co-workers out and Mike drives away. Because remember, none of the other co-workers said they saw a flying saucer specifically. They said they saw a bright light in the sky, which technically they did, likely a light in a lookout tower. And as far as the whole Travis meeting aliens part, I mean, there were no witnesses to that other than Travis himself, so that makes it easy to just make that up. So apparently it was all fake. Sorry, UFO.
Okay, so yeah, like I said in the beginning, unless I personally experience an alien encounter, I'm not gonna believe anything I hear online because people like to make stuff up. People like to do stuff for attention, and we saw it. But did he get sued? Because he had all these people believing him, people buying his books, watching the movies. Like, are they still gonna make the second movie? Because now that we know it's fake, he really fooled a lot of people. So is there like a lawsuit against him? Does he have to give back Does he have to give back money that he earned from all of this? I don't know. But that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to in the comments below. And if you want to see my experiences in Korea, you can check out my first channel, SEKSHI V. And if you want to see my other socials, it's right here under my face. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.